Hello everyone, it's Billy Harris, aka Colin Hughes. Just a friendly reminder to let you know that you are all strong and capable men and women, and also to let you know that sometimes that's too many ghosts. Thank you very much, guys. Enjoy Lasso Con.
Up to the stage is going to be my very dear friend Tim Taylor. And Tim, have you got Crisann queued up and ready to go? This is going to be an incredible, inspiring episode.
I hope we are, and I am sassy. There is no question about that. And but I do like to watch videos of emotional vulnerability as well, to be sassy, a little sassy about it. So, and by the way, I am a better dancer than Chris by a mile, and I will dance tomorrow. I promise you, because today I'm trying to keep a couple Frenchies quiet. But great talk.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, a friend
Tim has
of
dogs that he's taking care of today for a friend. So if they pop up, maybe if we're lucky, one of them will actually show up on the screen.
Yes, maybe if they're lucky, one of them will show up on the screen. But look,
Hi, Crisann.
And there's Crisann, our beloved friend Crisann. And any pod or interview with Chris Ye is a great pod or interview. So awesome talk, Chris. We really appreciate what you had to do, and I'm looking forward to our next conversation. So
awesome. Take it away, you two. This is going to be fantastic.
Fabulous. Hello, Crisann. How are you?
Good, Tim. Hi, everybody.
Crisann, well, I'm going to try. We tried this before you got on. I'm going to try and share my screen to see if I can share a video that I'm interested in sharing. Let's see if I can do it.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me try here. Window, Microsoft Edge tab. There we go. How about this one? There we go. See if it works.
You guys, the show meant a lot to people during this pandemic, and
can you hear it?
Yeah.
During some of the darker moments of their lives. And I have an example of something I was going to read to you, but I thought I might ask you, can you remember a particular moment where a fan or someone who was sort of helped by the show told you something that was particularly meaningful to you?
Yes. And it's quite a weighty one, and I don't mean I hope people see it as a thing of joy. A very good friend of mine, Todd Stashwick, who was very instrumental in me being cast. He was asked by Brendan Hunt, our beloved coach, beard and writer. He was asked if he knew anyone that could play this part, and Todd said, well, what has she got to be like? And Brendan said, and he went, well, that's Hannah Waddingham. And that's how I got in the room in the first place. Cut to Todd's great friend, Crisann, who is fighting her battle with cancer in LA. And he said to me, is there any way you could send her a message? Because your show, through lockdown, when she's having her cancer treatment, has changed her life and given her hope and a light at the end of the tunnel. And so myself and several other of my castmates sent her video messages during the pandemic to help her through her treatment. And still today, I had a ticket for her for our premiere that we had back at during August, which she wasn't able to come to because she was having a bad day that day. But she and I spoke video call when she was in hospital, and she said that you guys don't know what you have done for me. And to receive messages on top of that from you all saying, come on. I mean, Brett Goldstein sent her a message.
Oh, I don't want to give too much away. I had to share that. And I want you to know that I started crying when I saw that. I don't know why I'm starting to cry. Sorry, I'm supposed to be the interviewer. I'm not supposed to cry. But I am, because I'm like really... I know I'm really moved by it. It's like a really moving thing. And so, and we're going to get to that other piece that she was mentioning, but we're so happy to have you here, Crisann. And Crisann is a wonderful person. Sadly, she will be placing second in the trivia game tomorrow to me, because I'm going to be first with Jen. So you and Kev are going to be a second. But look, second is good. You know, second is good.
Keep talking smack, Tim. Keep doing it.
Come on. So we're so happy you're here. Can you talk a little bit about the backstory of how, because he mentioned somebody named Todd. Can you tell us a little bit about that backstory?
Yeah, Todd Stashwick was on, they met doing a show called 12 Monkeys. That's when Todd, I tried to say Todd and Hannah as one word.
Tana?
Hannah.
Right.
And I had been talking his ear off about Ted Lasso. Now, Todd is somebody that I met when I was 11 years old. I did my very first play with him. I went and did a high school production of Oliver Twist, and he happened to be in high school, and we became really good buddies. We dated on and off through high school and college, and we have remained friends. His wife is one of my best friends as well. They're amazing folks, and we both live out here in California as well. We grew up in Chicago, and we're out here. And he, wow. Let me pause for a second and make sure that I'm telling the story. After my diagnosis, and when I was in the hospital the first time, so basically I got my diagnosis, had some symptoms that landed me in the ER, and I was in hospital on Thanksgiving, and I get a video call from Todd, and it's Todd and Hannah on the video call, and I was like, whoa, hello. So Hannah and Todd just chatted with me on Thanksgiving. It was lovely. And she sang this really amazing song to me that she had sung to a friend who was also battling cancer at the time. So we sang it together. I ended up singing it with her, and it was lovely. She was really wonderful. And so the next day she sang it to me on a video that she made. And then she typed out the lyrics for me that I have printed up all over my house. It's about basically healthy cells, and it's to the tune from the Banana Splits theme song.
Banana Splits.
Yeah,
I love Banana Splits.
Right?
Come on. I have to believe there was a copious amount of drugs done by some show producer who came up with that idea, by the way.
Right?
But the song is awesome.
The song is amazing. Yeah. So it's that melody. And then she rallied Jeremy. Well, actually, Todd is also friends with Brendan Hunt. So the first fee I received was from Brendan, and he sent me you got this, fuck cancer, the whole nine. And then I got a video from Brett, and then I got a video from Jeremy. So it's very sweet and very encouraging. And I had been kind of wearing the show like a warm blanket. I was going through some pretty rough times. First, it was the pandemic. And I didn't know that I was sick, even though I was feeling wrong. And then when I first got diagnosed and I started to go through treatment, I wore that show like my whoopee, and it really carried me through some dark moments. It just felt so comforting and felt so nice. And then I had them all supporting me on top of it. So it just kind of felt like, and I watched those videos of them encouraging me so much, just because I don't know, it felt so warm and extraordinary and lovely.
That's fantastic. And just so everybody knows that I have a Frenchie who is snoring rather loudly next to me. So this really deep experience. This Frenchie is snoring like I snore when I sleep. So I'm trying to mute myself, but as soon as I muted myself, the Frenchie stopped snoring. Anyway, but that's really powerful and amazing. That it's crazy how like things that happen so early in life end up coming around and providing something. And what's your shirt? Can you pull your shirt up a little bit so we can all see it? Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. Fantastic. That's great. I love it. So can you share with the audience? Oh, first of all, let me ask you, what were you diagnosed with and what stage was it?
Yes. I was diagnosed with invasive ductal carcinoma, which is a very aggressive breast cancer, and I was stage 4. So the cancer had metastasized to my spine, and I just had this intractable back pain, and I thought that it wasn't related, and then I kind of started to suspect. And this is right all when my diagnosis was happening. I was still waiting for results of my biopsy, and I kept seeing doctors for this back pain. And then finally, I was in so much pain, I couldn't bear it. My friend was like, just go to Cedars right now. So it turns out that the cancer had spread really quickly to my bones. And I had many, many lesions on my spine. and it fractured 3 of my vertebrae and a couple of my ribs. And that's why I was in so much pain. But I had been walking around like that for a couple of months at that point, just popping Advil like they were candy.
Got it.
Which wasn't helping.
Popping Advil like they're candy. I think that's a rap song, a rap lyric in the new Yeezy album. Popping Advil like it's candy. Yeah. Although maybe, who knows? Maybe Yeezy's not that crazy. But so, can you just you and I talked. By the way, I want you to know something. When I first met you, it was in that Clubhouse meeting.
Yeah.
And you came on, and my thought about you was, what's up with this really opinionated, super talkative, really brilliant, smart, assertive person? What is up with her? And I've gotten to know you better, and you're all those things still. So just so you know, the first impression worked perfectly. You're awesome.
Thank you.
So you described yourself with 3 words when we talked on the phone the other day. Can you share what those 3 words were?
Oh my God, I don't remember.
The first word is boss.
Oh, boss ass bitch. I try very hard to live up to being a boss ass bitch. I don't know that I succeed all the time, but that's definitely my goal.
Yeah. And what would you say are characteristics of being a boss ass bitch? Boss ass bitch. So you get it's trending. Boss ass bitch is trending.
Boss ass bitch.
In the chat. Yeah, damn right. Hey, Corinne. Yeah. What would you describe it as?
Somebody who's confident, somebody who doesn't take bullshit, but also somebody who's kind and compassionate. I think some of the strongest people are the kindest people. It's not somebody for who being mean is, the way to get power. It's somebody who is able to be vulnerable and show their softer side and relate to people, to be somebody who handles their business, somebody who gets it done, makes it happen.
Yeah.
Someone's powerful.
So that is sort of a leading question, but it makes me wonder, what character do you most identify with on Ted Lasso?
I really feel like I identify with Roy a lot for a number of different reasons. Honestly, I see a little bit of myself in all the characters. You can't not, it's kind of universal archetypes, but the character, and I don't know that I think I resonate with Roy the most.
Okay.
And I know you want more to this answer. I don't know if am I answering your question well enough, but yeah, it's Roy.
Well, I can tell you what will answer the question even more is showing this.
Yes.
Roy, is that Crisann? Yes, Roy Kent here. Apparently, word on the street is you're a fucking hero. You're a legend of some kind. From what I hear, you're one of the best people that people know. You're rolled up at the moment in some hospital, Cedars or something. You've got all sorts going on. Apparently, you're a tough bastard. And I respect that. I respect the shit out of that. I'm fucking impressed, Crisann. Sorry for my swearing, but it sounds like you can cope with it. Listen, I wanted to say happy Thanksgiving. You stay well. You stay strong. I'm sending you love and love from everyone on the Ted Lasso crew. Now be good.
There you go. That is Sorry for my swearing. Yeah, thank you, Kevin. I love it. That really sort of hits the bullseye of the things that you're talking about that you resonate with, and I love that was sent to you. And can we talk? I want to talk about a subject that might be touchy for some, but it's not touchy for me because I'm willing to talk about anything, which is your cancer. Okay. And I would love for you to talk about what's the difference in your mind. Like when someone says, "Hey, you beat cancer," like I saw you post something that was really eloquent about a different way of thinking about it. And it goes to the subject of the talk, but can you share some light, put some light on the subject matter of what your perspective is on what that says like, I beat it versus the way you see it and feel it in your life?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I haven't beaten it yet. There's still cancer in my body. It's just dormant right now. The treatment is working. So the cancer cells are still there and they could wake back up at any time and start growing again. Thankfully, they haven't, because my body seems to be doing really well in the treatment. But like even what Brett said in the video, you know, you're a hero. And I get that so much, like, oh, you're so strong and you're so wonderful and you're really beating this. You're such a warrior. And really, that idea that we have to overcome things, and that idea that, you know, I'm beating this and I'm taking it on. I'm not doing that at all. I'm really just surrendering to what is. I'm really just embracing my new normal and embracing the reality of the fact that I have this cancer. And because really, how could I, aside from having a good attitude, there's really not a lot I can do to battle this than just do everything my doctors are telling me and embrace, you know, the science and the Western medicine and do all of those things. But to me, and who doesn't want to be called a hero, by the way? My friend's post mentions that too. Like, it's such an ego boost, and you know, who doesn't want to be a hero, especially when I've got such spectacular heroes to be. That's such an ego-based thing, and that makes me separate from my experience of it too, and separate from everybody else. And I don't want to be separate from everybody else. I feel like we're kind of all in it together, right?
Yep.
And my connections really are the things that get me through it all, you know, the love that I've been able to get. But the surrender part, I would be lying if I said there weren't times that I was in absolute agony and in some more pain than I ever thought I could be, and more challenged and hopeless than I thought I could be. And when you're going through the tough part of treatment, you're just basically kind of surviving. And I had a couple of hospital visits hospital stays actually, where I was just so sick and almost died.
Yeah.
And when you're there, you're just in it. You're not really thinking about overcoming it. I was just hanging on and just surviving moment to moment. But I have been lucky enough to be able to surrender to what is. You know, I know there are teachers out there that say that when you fight, the reality is when you feel the most pain about it. And if I were just angry all the time, or, you know, I woke up and I just felt like I had to fight this out, I wouldn't be able to be positive, and I wouldn't be able to take in all the goodness that's all around me. Right. I would not feel it, because I would feel like I was on that mission. Whereas being present in every moment and feeling all the goodness and relating to the people who have come into my life as a person who's grounded and in the now, it would be a completely different experience. I kind of lost my train of thought.
No, you're there.
But the surrender has been the most powerful part of my path so far. And I do really feel like embracing the what is part of what's helped me do as well as I've done, you know. And, you know, you see me post on social media, and I talk about it a lot. And I'm not doing that necessarily to try to affect anybody. I mean, I love that, you know, I've resonated with people, and people think people are moved by my journey. People are touched by the things that I've said and gone through. But really, all of that love and all that exchange that I get, I take everybody's nice comments and I put them in my pocket, and I use them as my healing fuel, so that I can keep on keeping on the planet, to be here for my child and my friends, because I think I have a lot left to do. At least there's a lot I want to do, like see season 3 of Ted Lasso.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. That is magical and beautiful, and thank you for sharing it. And now you can hear the Frenchies. You're getting the Frenchies excited. I have to, in a few minutes, I have to feed them some chicken McNuggets. I'll get. It's good. Each one of them gets one, and then I get one. But No, I love that you shared your story, and thank God for you. And it's been really fun getting to know you. And for those of you, I'm going to repost it. Crisann has a GoFundMe to help support her, and we are here to support her for that. I have just posted it in the chat, and would love for people to support her and her journey and what she's all about. And I like your frankness and honesty, because it's not always pretty. It's not always inspirational. Sometimes it's just fucking tough. Let's just be honest about it. It's fucking tough sometimes. And I'm guessing there are days where you're like, I don't want to be a fucking hero. I just don't want to hurt anymore. Yeah. So, oh, great. Someone just posted Crisann's GoFundMe. Crisann, is there any? Yeah. Oh, hell yes. Hell yes. We're going to support you. Hell yes. Any last thoughts you'd like to share with us about Ted Lasso, or getting help, or any of that kind of stuff that you want to share with us before we end and pass it on?
My friend Todd, who Hannah mentions, who helped her get in the room when Brendan called him, he was like, "Oh yeah, you want Hannah." He and his wife have been, and I might cry talking about this.
Please do.
Because my friends have been so amazing. Todd and Charity and Joe and Roseanne and all of my beloveds, my girlfriends, Lisa Beth and everybody. I know I'm forgetting people. There's just Tom and Nancy. My friends, when I came home from the hospital on my last day, basically spent the night at my house every night, because I couldn't function on my own. I wasn't able to feed myself, or even I could barely lift a glass of water. I had lost a lot of weight and was so weak because I had a bad stomach infection, and basically was starving to death because I couldn't keep any food down. And my friends just didn't leave my side. I'm really lucky to have such good people, and I don't have any family here, and my parents are both gone. So my chosen family and my wonderful friends have really carried me every step of the way. And I'm just really lucky. I'm really, really lucky to have such great people around me who have helped me through this. Sorry.
Well, no, you're making me cry. And the Frenchies are starting to cry too, I think. Thank you for sharing that. And it reminds me of when Higgins is hosting Christmas, and he says something like, "For the front family we have and the family who we've gotten to know."
Make along the way.
At the end. Yeah. So, like, Crisann, we may have to do a podcast with you too, with maybe me and Chris do the podcast. Chris is good, because when I start crying, Chris can come in and be a
Chris can
take
over.
Yeah, Chris can take over, and then you can cry, and then I can cry, and Chris can take over. Not that Chris doesn't cry, because Chris does cry, but thank you for your courage and honesty and openness and fun and your unremittent willingness to get your butt kicked tomorrow in trivia, and for sharing all the wonderful story. And please support Crisann and friend her on Facebook too, because she talks about her journey as well.
And all of the videos that I've gotten are on my Facebook and on my Instagram. So if you're there and you want to make friends with me on Instagram, because I love making new friends, as Tim and the rest of the crew learned when I got jumped into the Ted Lasso Clubhouse, which was all because of Kevin. Thank you, Kevin.
Kev,
who runs the Ted Lasso is Life Instagram page, and I immediately fell in love with it, and we just started chatting. And now Kevin is my buddy, and he is also my trivia partner for tomorrow, who is gonna kick the butt of the goldfish.
That's wonderful. Kevin is also going to come in second place tomorrow. This is so wonderful. Congratulations, Kevin, on coming a distant second place to me when I kick both of your butts, because I have a right and left leg that I can kick both of your asses.
Hey Tim, what's your team name? What's your team name tomorrow?
Team Goldfish.
Team Goldfish, right. And what did Goldfish do?
They just keep swimming and forget shit after 10 seconds.
Right,
so it's not a particularly good skill set for trivia. But heaven knows